scream that out
Cheers.
before we went live. Cheers to not
Cheers.
that. God.
Well, thank you for having me.
Oh, well, hello, Cece Maciaski. How are you this fine
Hello.
evening?
Good. I did straighten my hair. I
Looks
did try
good.
doing something with it, and then I went outside and it went poof,
I know. Well,
poof.
it's like that rain, humid Michigan summer thing we got going this year, which is
Oh,
like it's like we're Florida or something. It's like
I
every
love it,
every night it
except
rains though. At a
except
crazy good time.
for when
What it does
I
to the hair.
yes, because it was smooth and it was pretty and went
Yeah.
not today. So I have the humid hair, which is
I like
awesome.
humid hair for me because my hair's so flat. Like in the winter, I get like that static flat.
Mhm.
This is actually, I like this helps my hair, but I know most people don't love it. But I like in Florida, I don't love it. In Florida, I don't feel like you can do anything with your hair. It's just you put it up. Nobody's hair can survive that.
But that's why all their hair is short.
I guess
Like,
so.
they
And
have
like
that
when I
cute
see
short haircut.
I like cute short hair, but I see like the Miami, like the shows and everything, and that you're watching, like the real estate and everything. They're in my. I'm like, I'm always wondering. I'm like, how are they keeping their hair? They must just have so much product on it, and so many people that are watching it,
Yeah,
I-
and they have
or
a
it's
team of
climate controlled, and we
hairstylists.
don't know. Someone's blowing on them.
They have hairstylists on hand to make sure
Yes,
everything stays perfect.
rocket oil, ready to go, all of it. Well,
Yes, yes, but there's those shows aren't real. What we
exactly.
do is real
Yes,
estate.
yes. It is
We
real.
do.
And that's what's funny is everybody watches these shows. And I'm one of them. I love them. Like right now I'm watching Mauricio's show, Selling Beverly Hills. Did I get that right? Selling Beverly Hills? Oh my gosh, I just forgot. It went out of my head. Anyways, I'm watching it right now. I'm in season
See my
2.
eyebrows? No idea.
I love it. And I just finished Ryan Serhant's show,
Oh,
Selling
how is
Manhattan.
that? Okay,
So
I've
good. It's so
heard
good. So I'm watching this one now, and it's like I get like it makes sense to me why people think they have this is what they think real estate is. They only have their experience, which is whatever it's been. It could be good, it could be bad. And then they watch all these shows, and like everything else that's reality shows, they sensationalize it and they make it look like, you
the
know,
misconceptions.
so many misconceptions. So that got me to thinking, like, I would love to talk today about like, so you're obviously a lender and I'm a real estate agent. What would you say? I'm going to ask you first. What would be the biggest or one of the biggest misconceptions that people have about lending in general, or you as a lender, your job? I mean, what do you think one of the biggest misconceptions are in your
I
industry?
wanna say the one of the biggest misconceptions is that I actually had someone say this, that they don't think we are worth it. This happened today, um, that they really think that bankers, and I'm classified as a banker, we play Tetris on our
That
phones,
was a
and we
that
don't.
was an amazing game, but
Yeah.
Tetris. Why do they think you're
I
playing
don't know,
Tetris?
someone said that, like, "What are you doing? Playing Tetris, doing nothing from 8 to 5?" Someone said that
Oh
about
my
someone else in
gosh.
my industry, and I'm like, "No, actually, it is a misconception. There's a lot of work that goes behind it when you have a
Yes.
good loan officer who's working for you, who's
Right.
taking care of their clients." Now, of course, we all have the bad apples. It happens. But, I think one of the misconceptions is that this job is easy. You don't need a degree. You
Mhm.
get that too,
Mhm.
right?
Mhm.
You
Oh
don't
yeah.
need a
Mhm.
degree. It's good
Mhm.
to know finance, but ultimately, when people hire, they're not looking for that financial degree sometimes. They're not looking for that. They're looking for something completely different, which is a good thing because I know that my daughter's super great with math, fantastic with math, but her personality and I think communicating with clients, you need something else. Like you need that balance of someone who does know numbers, who does know finance, that also is a people person.
Right.
So I think it's super
Yeah, you
important to
can't just
have
be that
that.
robot. You can't just be a
No,
robot.
no,
Yeah.
so that when individuals find out that someone in my position can actually have my position without a degree, we get that bad apple type of vibe. I do not have a financial degree. I have more of a business background degree and legal background. So, no, I don't have finance, but I love my numbers and I love strategy and I really like puzzles. And being a lender, I know we have a client together right now that it's a puzzle. How are we
Yeah.
going to get this house? How are we going
Right.
to get this done? And so a master puzzler who likes to say, okay, we have option A, option B, potentially option C. That's what you were discussing with her. It takes a lot to do.
Yeah.
And
And
a
you have to
lot
have
of
so
it,
many skills. It's like there wouldn't be just a degree for this. I mean, they could make one. I guess there is a real estate degree that you can get, but it does not even begin to cover what it takes to do what we do. Like
no,
it just I have a teaching degree, which I think has really helped me. I think a teaching degree, the fact that I was a teacher, I feel like I can do anything because you have to have so many skills. But it has helped me in this industry because I know how to deal with with people who can't play nice in a sandbox.
that and conflict management.
Free class is
The
over.
art the art of conflict management is being
Hmm.
lost lately, and that's what's
Yeah.
super challenging. So the misconception is that, okay, if you don't need a degree, then you got the bankers over at the big block houses that never answer their phone, and
Right.
that's what I get. I get like, "Oh, you're one of them." And
Hmm.
actually, I physically took this upset the owner of my company, and she's a badass. I think it upset her, I'm not sure, but I, like, physically took the phone out of my office. There is no office line for me. It is my personal cell phone number
Yeah.
because our job is not 8 to 5. Our job
No.
I just got off the phone. The reason why I wasn't responding to you is I was on the phone with a client from 3:30 until 5:30.
Oh wow.
First time home buyer, going through the credit, teaching about credit, how we can get from point A to point B. We come up with this whole strategy, and I call it a credit review. This wasn't, let's get you pre approved. This was a
Right.
credit review conversation. So that was
Like
2
strategy session. Like,
hours.
how are we
And
going to fix this?
exactly. So that
Yeah.
misconception in my line of work for me is that I'm lumped in with the normal 8 to 5 bankers who have an office line that can hang it up and never be bothered. That's
Right.
not me,
Or just
and
send you
we're
to
different.
voicemail. Always the voicemail. I love the
And
voicemail messages. "Hi, I'll be out of the office until," and it's like it was like 2 weeks ago, and you're like, "Are you back yet? Cause," and then lunch or we're closed, and then we might open again, and, "Oh, Fridays, we're
1:30
not
to
even here," and you're
2:30,
like, "Okay," because that's yeah.
1:30 to 2:30, and you call it 1:31.
Yeah, and they're, "Sorry, we're
It
not
just
answering." I
that's
love when
not
people
where
try to do that in our industry. And I don't know if it's like a posture thing, like, oh, I've arrived and I don't. It's fine. Like, if you want to have your family time, please don't put that. First of all, do not put your family time hours on your voicemail. That is my pet peeve. Family time is from 5 to 7, so I will not be. I have heard it
I've
enough times.
never heard that.
Do not put that on there. Literally, it's people do that. And I'm like,
Do it again
it's
in
like
the voice. Do
I
it
have
again. Do it again.
I do not answer phone calls between family time, which is between 5 and 7. And this is my favorite. I'm sure you have a family too, and you understand, and whatever. And I'm like, no,
Are
girl,
you
I don't
serious?
understand because I have something that really needs to get discussed here. And so, if you have family time, go do family time, but get an assistant who answers her phone or his phone because
Okay.
real estate is not, we don't stop from 5 to 7 so you can have dinner. No, we're all running around eating in our car, girl. Okay, I'm eating in my car with my phone and trying to just like, whatever. But yeah, so yeah, I would say like that's the thing is like you're hitting on one of the points. It's like there are bad real estate agents. There are bad lenders. There are bad doctors. There are bad lawyers. There are bad mechanics. That does not mean that everybody is like under that umbrella. And I do feel like we have to, that's one of the misconceptions I think is that I wish people didn't think it's a one size fits all. And like, you know, Sally the realtor screwed someone hardcore 2 years ago. And now they think all real estate agents are just terrible, and, it's like the dating thing. Like, if your girlfriend cheated on you, I'm really sorry, but I am not paying for that mistake. You know what I'm saying? I am not going to have you be all paranoid that, I'm going to go out and cheat on you just because your ex girlfriend cheated on you. Like, I am not going to, that is not fair. I've had to
Mhm.
say that to some people. I'm like, I am sorry you have a problem. You should get with a therapist on that problem. But same thing, like, yeah, I'm sure there's a lot of bad real estate agents out there. There's a lot of crappy lenders out there. And and it's a thing, but like we work super extra hard in our industry because of that. Like we have to overcome that, I think. So that's the
It
misconception is that we're all the same, you know? Like we're
Mhm.
all the same, but literally we're not. I promise.
No. No, not at all. So that was my misconception, that one of the ones that I receive about me being in my industry as a lender, besides the phone call, what for you, what is the misconception?
So that's part of it. But the biggest misconception is that people think that we just make all this money. And I always want to sit down and be like, okay, like you look at a commission and what you get, you actually don't get all of that. You're splitting it with your agency, right? They're taking fees, they're taking compliance, then we have our own fees that we pay. When I do listings, I'm paying for the photos, I'm paying for the video, I'm paying for drone, I'm paying for to run ads. There's fees that we have. So we actually do have fees, and there is expenses that we pay out of what we make. And people just, I think they don't know what we do. That's the biggest misconception is they just think, hi, I'm Vanna White. Now, girlfriend, I would take her job in a heartbeat. I've always said that since I was a little kid in the 80s watching Vanna White. I used to think, how did you get that job? Can I apply? Can I be her when I grow up? Just stand there and just flip the letters, right? Like, we're not Vanna. I don't just open doors and walk through houses and, go do lunches. And, so that's the thing. That encompasses what we actually do. The misconception is that we just get paid all this money. And so many times we don't get paid anything because we don't even get paid until we close. So most people have like they get to have like this good feeling like I'm going to get paid in 2 weeks or whatever their life is. People like us, we don't know what I don't know what it feels like to be comfortable or to be, just not stressed about that because you're always thinking about it because it's never a guarantee. There's no guarantees. So I just wish that people understood that sometimes we don't even close on certain deals or we'll have a buyer that just we run around for a year and then they just decide not to buy or you know what I'm saying. So it's like that's what I wish people understood actually what we do, and that it's really not, because that's the thing. If it was so easy and if it was all this money, everybody would come do it. Come on in, you know what I mean? Come do it with us,
Or
it's
stay in the industry, and right now we've
right.
lost so many real estate
I'm glad
agents
about that. I'm glad
and
about that.
lenders.
Some needed to go.
Some did, but we lost some good ones too.
I mean,
We did.
it's a fire. Like you have to know how to walk through the fire like Tony Robbins and not get burnt. We should do that. Want to fire walk with me?
I
I'm
would be that
super scared, but I
crazy.
want to do it. Want
I
to do
would be
it?
that crazy.
I'll do
I
it.
would do it.
Can we just like douse our feet in water and then do it and they won't see and we'll
I don't think
it'll be like
so.
baking soda
Just
on my
gotta
feet.
trust you gotta trust the process.
Oh my gosh. I want to do
Just
that though. I just because I'm a Tony Robbins. I think that's the only way I'm ever gonna get to talk to the man is if I walk through fire.
to talk to him.
To talk to a guy. I've never been that girl, but walk through fire so I can see Tony Robbins. I know. I have such a
Got the
crush.
heart.
I do.
Yes. Well,
I have bad nails.
his
I can't do
message
it.
is very powerful. He does have a powerful message. And even
I
when
love
he
him.
talks, one of his messages that he's always talking about is just going out there, getting it done,
Yeah.
follow through with your word. There's so many
Yeah.
messages he gives that I know hits hard with a lot of us, and even talking about our industry.
Mhm.
I think that for me, being honest and transparent is what sets me apart from the rest, because I
Yeah.
do like the communication. I do like the questions. When we go to pre-approve, I mean, even now, someone can ask a question about pre-approvals or how to purchase a home. We love to educate. We want someone to ask this where, like, what can I do? And
Yeah. We like the
me,
hard cases. I always say the
well,
problem children. We seem to get a lot of
it's
problem children.
it's like the puzzle. Again, let's go
Mhm.
back to our client
They're
today.
like I'm like the mothership for people who are having a hard time or like stressed because I'm like, "Oh, I'll fix it.
Yes,
We'll handle it. Well, don't worry
we
about
got
it.
this.
We got
We got
this."
this.
It's
We're
my
gonna
favorite thing.
firewalk.
I should have had the cup. I don't have the cup right now. Remember my dumpster fire cup? It's all dumpster fires everywhere, and on the inside it says everything's fine. And the person that gave it to me just said, "Because you're always like it's fine. It's fine. Everything's great. It's
Mhm.
fine." I'm like, "It is. It's gonna be fine."
It'll
Even though
be
there's
fine.
dumpster fires going all over the
We
place,
we will figure it
we
out.
just figure it out. But
Yes.
yeah, besides all of that, though, like I mean, if you could say, like, what is something that you wish people knew? Like when somebody meets you, and you can be like super honest. Like, what would you wish that they knew? And besides the fact that we wish that, so the biggest thing that we're not going to say that I'm going to say is we wish we could actually say what we want to say, but we have the art of being careful about what we say. But we wish we could say what we want to say. There's so many times
There
like
is, but
that you
it's
wanna say something, you're like, can't say it."
well, and here's the thing. The mother hen in me, the mother hen in you wants to help, like, scoot the person along, but I'm also very, again, coming back to honest, like, "Okay, here you go. Let's rip off the Band-Aid." If you
Mhm.
don't talk about the problem, how do you know what the solution is? So when
Exactly.
I become that solution-based, conversation, when I have that with my clients, which is so important to have, it's hard to tell them or ask them the question, how are you going to get across that river? How are you going to solve that problem? How are you going to do that? And let them lead, because there's been so many times that we've forced people into trying to convince them what they want to do in a way. Like, they've come to us about purchasing a home. They've come to me about how to get ready, like my client today. They're not going to buy today. And I am so thankful that they're not buying today, but they can buy. I told them a
Mhm.
couple strategies. We can buy in 2 months. This is what could change. So
Right.
for me, if I wanted to say anything that I want YouTube families out there to know, is that there is no wrong question. And I
Okay.
love
There's not a wrong
questions.
question, but is there a stupid question?
No, because I haven't explained it right. And if I explain it,
Okay, you're nicer than me.
I know, because my side, it's so intense.
No,
You're
it's
allowing
true.
someone
You
to
you do
open
have a
up your
lot, yeah.
credit. So
Yeah, you're walking them through
being
financial stuff. And if you say finance, well, every time you say finance from the beginning, when you kept saying finance, literally, you're like, I don't have a background in finance. But so, you said it 5 times. All I can hear in my head is that I'm looking for a man in finance. Like literally, that's all I'm hearing right now. So
really
keep
six
saying
two.
six
Wait,
five.
what?
Who wants 6'5"?
I don't know. Is it
Unless
6'5"?
finance, trust fund, 6'5", blue eyes.
Blue eyes.
Don't care about that either. I don't want 6'5". I'm only 5'3". 6'5" is way too tall. Anyways, sorry about that little squirrel
No,
that
no,
just
no.
ran through our
Squirrel.
conversation.
But it does get stuck in there. There's some good music that's been
Mhm.
stitched with that.
Oh my
The
gosh. I sit there, my evenings now are just laughing hysterically. And I think I send so many of them to you. There's so many of my friends there. I'm surprised they haven't unfriended me yet on because I send so many things. But then we send them back and it's just fun. And I'm like, who needs TV? This is fun for me. I'm just sending like
This is entertainment.
it's so
Yes.
entertaining. I love it.
So entertaining. But
Yeah.
getting back to your question, what I want someone to know about me is that it's vulnerable.
Mhm.
this whole subject about learning how to buy a home with finances, this is vulnerable. They, I know people who haven't even told their parents of how much they make or if they paid a bill on time or didn't because there's a lot of shaming that comes
Right.
from the old school. And adulting is hard. So what I'd love to
Yes.
convey is that
Is.
when talking with me, being vulnerable, being open, being who you are, and saying, okay, I made mistakes, or hey, I've done this, or hey, this, that's what I like. And
Mhm.
that's what I would love to share is that I love the vulnerability of my position. I love the fact that people are raw and there's no hiding data. When you see
No,
the
you
mathematical
see
data,
everything. You see
you
their whole
see
life.
it. You see how
Yeah.
many times you go to Taco Bell that you should not be going to
Oh my
Taco
gosh, that's
Bell.
hilarious. Remember that story you said where you were like, oh, I don't remember what it was. You told it
No,
before where there was
and I
you
called him
said
out.
something like you need to stop doing this, and then you didn't realize, but when you got a statement, it was like he had been doing like going to that place like 100
Taco
times, and you were like,
Loco.
Taco
So it was him
Loco.
and his mother because he was, what,
Hilarious.
23, 24, and
He's
she's
still on
like,
a
"Yeah,
taco budget,
you
23,
got
24.
you
Yeah.
gotta go." The mother's on the phone, like, trying to push him out of the nest with me on
Yeah.
the phone, but making sure he's asking the right questions because apparently she had no faith in her son asking the right questions, which turned out he did have a lot of really good questions. I
Yeah.
think it amazed her and kinda opened up her eyes, again, being vulnerable. Um, but no, just having that open conversation, I love and I respect, and it helps someone's growth because adulting is hard.
Oh my
It's not
God, girl.
fun. Admitting something's wrong actually sets you free. When you say,
Yes.
I have done this wrong, I am sorry, like to yourself, like, wow, okay, I'm gonna fix it. Because only
Yeah.
you can fix it.
It's
And who
fixable.
it is completely fixable, but
But if you
until
don't realize
you
there's a problem, you're gonna keep doing it. Like the person that we knew that like had like a $60, like they didn't pay something, it was like the minimum payment was like 60 bucks or something. And that, 90-day late is going to annihilate your credit just for $60. It
yeah,
will. Because
yeah,
they're looking at
because
you
you
like, if you won't even pay your $60, you ain't gonna pay your house payments. So we're not playing with you. You come back in a year. What is that soup Nazi? Remember? No soup for you.
no soup for you.
No house for you.
But that's what
Yeah,
I'll
I
go
mean, they have
to.
to listen. Have to
Yeah, yeah,
listen.
and they do a lot of my clients do because I love being
Yeah.
that cheerleader, and I say it, "I'll be your cheerleader." Again, the client I was just on the phone with for 2 hours doing a
You're
credit
so
review.
patient. I love that.
It's just I asked them, "When should I circle back with you? When do you think you're gonna have this conversation?" And I even told them, "You can make that thermometer, right? I don't care if you draw a thermometer or draw in all the debt that you paid. If you even want to pay the debt, you don't need to pay the debt. There's ways around that you don't have to pay. You don't want to pay for credit card because it hurts your credit more so than doing a few other things.
Mm.
So a lot of people think, oh, I pay off the credit card, my credit's going to go up. Actually, you get dinged for it. So teaching, educating, having someone come to me and being vulnerable, going, okay, here you go. Here's an Excel spreadsheet. This is what you can do, or you can do this. So to answer your question, I know that was very long-winded. And I think we talked about in that conversation fire walking and soup Nazi and all that, but
Finance, 6-5,
finance.
trust fund. Thanks. Listen,
No, I'm
what have you
looking
gotta
for
do?
no,
Adulting
no,
is
no.
hard. Let's go back to adulting is hard.
Mine
What
would be
what have you
like
gotta do?
mine would probably be more like looking for a Viking.
Viking?
Man bun. No, I don't know.
No.
No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Oh my gosh. Well, yeah.
Yeah,
I do think there's a lot of misconceptions in what we
there
do.
is.
Because, and then the other thing is, everybody is so in the land of, and I'm one of them. When I say everybody, I am everybody. The TikTok, the Reels, the Instagram, I get sucked right in there too, and we just seem to think like we all have this like different sense of reality, like it does affect you. It does affect you a little bit. And then, that's the thing about real estate. And I think, especially with this whole NAR thing that's going on, and they had to throw all this drama on us. And it's like, man, we just got through 2020 practically. We just got through, all these other things going on, and the inventory, and the rate, and the this, and now they're throwing this at us. I don't know what it is about our industry that just so many, there's just a, like, they want to throw shade. Like, I don't understand it. It's like, anyone can be a real estate agent or a lender if you want to. Come do it. Come do it with us. I'd love to train a new agent. Come be on my team. That'd be great. So I don't get it. There's so many misconceptions about everything.
Oh, oh,
So
and the mentorship. We need to discuss mentorship. I
okay.
know, like, what maybe not this one. We should put a pin in this. Can
Mm,
we discuss this next week?
yeah, sure we
And
can.
about mentoring, like the way you said, come join my team.
Yeah.
I had the best time mentoring this latest loan officer. I have to tell you, I
Little
absolutely loved it. So,
grasshopper. I love saying
oh,
little grasshopper.
a
Little
little, but
grasshopper.
I would love to have that conversation with you next week. Maybe we should
Yeah,
make
let's
that
do
a
it.
topic of,
And I'm gonna forget. So just text it to me, or I'll rewatch this, or I'll be like, oh yeah, what did we say we were gonna
well,
do? Let me go
I
back and watch.
I'm
Let me
watching,
watch our live.
what are- I'm watching right now, not Game of Thrones. Um,
I haven't seen that.
okay, someone's gonna have to chime in. Shoot, I feel really bad. A House of Dragons?
House of Cards?
No, it's Game of Thrones. Someone has to chime in. Someone needs to tell me what I'm the
What
House
you
of
want somebody to tell you what you're watching.
I know.
Okay. Okay, do we have anyone out there who can
House
read her mind right
House
now? Can you please just
of
tell her what she's watching?
Kingdom.
Nobody?
I don't
Nobody's
know.
taking us up on
Anybody?
that? No?
Nope.
Shocked. I'm shocked by that.
Oh, the
Oh,
House of
I
Dragons,
really thought
something
somebody was
like
just gonna
that.
tell you what you were watching.
Anyways, they send crows with messages, so I'll send a like
Who's
I'll
in
get a
it? Can you give us
crow.
a sounds like give us a hint? Who's in it? Is
No,
he
it's
cute?
yeah, they kinda are.
So
Some
vague.
are. I can't Google it because of House of
No,
Dragons. I swear that's what it's called.
there's no such
It's a
thing as
Game of Thrones.
House of Dragons.
Yeah, it's Game of Thrones. Have you
I
ever
haven't
watched
seen.
Game of Thrones?
No.
Okay. So it's a prequel to it, about 300 years prior.
Oh,
So
so this
I'm
should help.
watching
A
that.
prequel to it. There we
A
go.
prequel,
Somebody should.
yeah. So
I still don't know what it is, but maybe.
they send a crow with a message. So I'll send a crow with a message.
Oh, okay.
That's where
Sure.
it's going with this. That
Okay,
was a
that sounds
very
good.
long ADD moment.
That's frequently what we seem to have here. And we were going to talk about something else, weren't we? And then,
No, no. I think
oh, mentorship for next week. Yes.
mentorship for next week. We'll discuss
Yep.
that because I think that would be a really good topic of individuals in our industry. So we'll pin it now. Let's stick on the conversation we're
It's funny
on.
that you said that because I'm getting into the digital product zone and I'm writing an ebook right now. I already have my divorce
How's it
program for women.
going?
Well, I have to actually formally launch it still, but I'm going to. I've got it on my stand store. Um, but the ebook that I'm working on is going to be for agents, and it's going to be on niche marketing because it's something I'm really good at and passionate on. But I want to be able to help agents who they don't have to be brand new, honestly, that just don't know how to market digital marketing. And I mean, a lot of what I've done has been trial and error, but I also paid that year-long program to be in the digital marketing. And I would love to have people come join me because I can give that to them. Just give
Y-
it to them and they can you can't do what we do without being digitally intelligent and be able to market properly. And even if you don't do it perfectly, like what we do isn't perfect, but so many people won't even take that step to do it. And in our industry, and I think it's any industry, if you're working for yourself, if you're in business for yourself, if you're an entrepreneur, which is where my heart is, I know it's where your heart is. Like, that's another thing I want to do is mentorship for entrepreneurs. um like, I have so many things going on in my head right now. It's like I'm like, which one do I do first? But I do think I would love to do that. That would be awesome because it's so needed right now. Because you're so many people, the reason why so many people left our industry, if you really want to know, yes, the sales are down because there's not as much inventory, there's less volume. But the truth is, the people who know how to stay in front of people and actually get their message across and you have to connect with people. Where are people? They're scrolling, man. They're on Instagram, they're on Facebook, they're on TikTok. So if you're not there,
Mhm.
people will forget, and you have to consistently put stuff out there, and you have to be that squeaky
And with
wheel,
the right message and a clear message.
right?
And that's something that I've always appreciated about you is that your message has been clear. I love the fact that you're writing an ebook, especially in the area of divorce and real estate, going through. And if anybody has watched our previous Tuesday lives, that yes, this is something that we specialize in.
Mhm.
Yes, this is something that is a niche that we utilize as a tool for marketing because
Yeah.
we're passionate about helping our
Mhm.
fellow individuals going through such a hard time. Again,
Yeah.
vulnerability, again, taking ownership, again, being transparent. It all follows suit to what
And
our
we've
message is.
experienced it. So that's the thing.
Yes.
You can't go, like, nobody can go up against somebody else who, I don't care how much education you have and experience. Obviously, you can't be a brand new newbie, don't know anything. But when you've walked through it, that's the person you listen to. Like for me, it's just like anything. Take a topic, even as a mom, when I first had kids, I was not going to people who didn't have kids and ask them questions. And when people would try and give me advice that didn't have kids, I would politely, okay. Someone said to me, if you've raised neither chick nor child, you don't get to talk, you know? So I'm like, I don't listen. So when someone's been through it, someone's done it, someone's had the experience, yeah, I'll listen to what you have to say. Like right now, I'm trying to find somebody, like maybe I'm going to have to do it someday. This whole like new stage of, I'm not really a parent, I'm a parent, but my kids are adults. Like my youngest is going to be 18 in September, 19 and 19 and 21. One has already moved out, and it's like nobody prepares you for that. Sorry to
The
take us
empty
off track,
nest.
but it's
Yeah.
like they're not leaving the nest yet. Thank God they're still here, two of them,
Two.
but
You're
two out
getting
of three are
there.
still here. But they're in and out. They don't need me as much. They need me, but it's
Mhm.
like that relationship is so different. It's not really it's mom. I'm always mom, but it's like it's not me giving permission so much and me like you have to clean your room or you're grounded. Like it's like more of like a coaching. It's like a coaching, mentoring, life coaching relationship. And it's like it
I
just
feel
happens
like
like
it's an
that.
internship to life.
Right.
Like they got
And it
one
happens
foot
like this
out, one
overnight.
foot
And
in
yeah, it's like, but that's
of
that's how
life.
life is. That's life. Like all of a sudden you think you're like awesome and you're like, I got this. Right. And then all of a sudden you're thrown for a loop or some crazy thing, or they shut the country down or whatever, whatever heck's going on. And you're like, oh man, I was doing so good. Yeah. So life be life in.
Life is life. Pause.
At least my phone didn't ring. We're doing better.
We're
At
doing
least my
better.
phone didn't ring.
We have
My
our
90s phone.
microphones. Yeah, the lights. We got this. We got this. Our drinks. I did want to show you my desert
Coffee.
flirt.
Aw. What does mine
Yes.
say? Mine
My
says, hello, beautiful. See, everyone who's watching, I'm saying
oh,
hello, beautiful to you.
see?
I love that
See?
we have both have a writing inside the cup. Look at that great minds
Yeah.
thinking alike. I just
I'm
wanted to find the
drinking
biggest mug I
water.
could because I'm the only psycho I know that'll drink coffee at 7 o'clock at night without a problem and can still go to bed.
No, I've been drinking
Easy.
mud water.
What's that?
Mud water is black tea. It has some mushrooms in it. It's a unique taste. It has cinnamon in it. It has,
Mushrooms.
yeah,
I heard about mushroom coffee. Is that the same kind of
yeah,
thing? Is it supposed to
yeah.
do? I will try it. I just don't. The whole thought of mushroom and coffee makes my. I don't know
It's
how
not
that's gonna.
coffee. It's black tea. So what I'm really
Oh,
what I'm digging about it is that I my stomach doesn't hurt after I drink it because my stomach will hurt after coffee. But what I like is when you get that peak of caffeine, and by the way, Mud Water's not giving me money to talk about this. I just really like the
But they
product.
should. Shouldn't we get a sponsor at some point? We need to work on that.
I'll take a free can.
Hi, we need
So,
a income stream. There we go.
so with Mud Water, I feel like the caffeine it goes up and then it's a steady. Coffee, I get
Oh,
like that spike.
I
So I've
know.
really enjoyed it where I have 1 cup and I'm good.
Well, can I try it? I don't know if I
Yes.
wanna, like, invest fully in it. I can't walk away from my coffee, but
No,
you know what I realized today? I have a problem, and I do need to fix this problem. It's like coffee in the morning, in a couple of hours, like, by noon, I'm grabbing a Celsius, and then in a couple hours, I'm grabbing a coffee, and I know that my adrenals are like and I take adrenal stuff, like, I'm helping it, but I know that I'm not being a friend to my adrenals, but who I need something to keep me going. And I'm not doing
we're in real
drugs.
estate.
I am drug free, just do caffeine.
Yeah, we're in real
Yeah.
estate.
And it's
It's
summertime. So we're not,
no.
yeah. I mean, there are days when I get home and I want to just wash my face off so bad. But I know the second I do that, someone's going to be like, can we go see your house? And I'll be like, uh, yeah, just give me 15 minutes to throw my face back on because it's happened.
Magic wand. Oh, coffee. So I went to this cute little place and I want to have coffee there. I didn't
I'll
get
go.
coffee. It is about 2 or 3 shops down from 220 in Birmingham today. Oh, and I ate at Toast. So good.
You went to Birmingham without me?
I did. I'm going Thursday. But
I mean, I gotta like get over that. So
so
220, there's a new coffee place down from
well,
220?
it's not, it was like it was cocoa. I'll send you the information.
Oh,
I
yeah, yeah,
just
yeah.
stumbled
I
upon
saw
it.
it. I heard
It
about it.
has the desserts that are
Tons
the
of desserts. It's like European flair.
macaroons. Yes, the coffee cups
Yes.
are really cool coffee cups.
Is it good coffee?
I
Who'd
don't
you
know if
go
they
with?
sell the coffee cups, but it's not even like the coffee cup is like a weird shape. It's not perfect, and I absolutely love the fact that
We
it's
have to
not a
go.
perfect coffee
We have to
cup.
go and do a video there.
Get a
I can't believe you went there
macaroon.
without me.
Yeah, I
Who'd you
took
go
my
with?
nephew and my
Oh,
niece.
okay. All right,
Yeah,
fine.
I took the littles. I was supposed to watch them and help out my brother earlier. Again, a good thing about my
So
job
you
is
thought, let me
that
take the littles to Birmingham?
I did. It was like a
You're
duckling
like, we'll
moment.
go to a park. It's fine. Just let me get
I
my coffee and my
just
bougie on, and then you could do a
took them
slide or
out to
something.
lunch and gave my sister-in-law and my brother a break because they both work full time. Well, not like I don't work full time, but they are very, very structured and have to be at the office. My sister-in-law works for a hospital midnights. So I just
Mhm.
thought I'd take the kids out. I needed to eat lunch anyway, so I picked them up. They live pretty close to Royal Oak, so it's like a zip, and then I took them back home, but it was a really
Well, that's
cute
right. It's close.
experience.
No, that's so fun. I love that. That's what I
Yeah,
love about the weather right now because you can do fun little things like that.
an hour. So even though it's not on my voicemail, I did go between the hours of 12:30 and 1:30.
You're allowed to have an appointment, but you just don't have to like put it in like
Don't put it in
seriously.
the voicemail.
I
Don't put it in the
swear.
voicemail.
Next time, how do you do that? How do you record or like what you're listening to? If there's a way to do it, or I'll just give you a phone number. Next time I get someone's voicemail like that, that does that whole, hi, so and so from whatever agency, and da 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 da. And if you're calling between the hours of 5 and 7, it's family time. And I'm sure you understand, and you have a family too. And if you're calling after whatever, we'll return your call on the next business day. I'm like, who do you work for? You're a real
It's
estate
very
agent.
long-winded.
You
I
literally
actually
work for, you are a real estate agent, and nobody thinks you're even better of a real estate agent because you're putting your business hours in there. Like
well,
business hours,
I like healthy
girl. I'm like
boundaries.
11 o'clock at night putting in offers sometimes.
Yeah.
business hours.
That's real estate.
That's real estate. Like, but we can
That
take
is
off at
real
noon
estate.
to take your nephew to the thing because we get to schedule our day. See, that's what I like. I don't have exact hours because every day is different. Whatever appointments I have, my kids are, of course, I was at the appointment with my daughter today for tomorrow I'm taking my son to schedule his classes for his first year of college. Friday, I'm going up to Oakland with Bella to schedule. She's in her second year because she's moving from Central. We're doing Oakland. So I'll be there. I don't miss anything, but that means I gotta make it up. But yeah, we
And
schedule
then
our day.
funeral service later.
Yes, we
I
do.
know.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I know. Life be life and
Life be life and
say that
yes.
without laughing. Like,
I
such a dumb
try.
thing to say. Life be
I
life
know.
and
We're
it's like
not
one of those dumb things you'll see on a shirt that someone will be wearing, and you're like, why though?
I know.
Why are you
Oh, could
wearing
I have
that?
a smiley face right
You
there?
could, yeah. Yeah.
Like right. Wait, let me lean
Oh,
back.
does it if you do this, will it Oh, that's only on Facebook Live. Okay, so like I was talking with my hands so much on Facebook Live that I was doing whatever and it was like giving like thumbs down and thumbs up and I thought somebody was doing it to me and I was like, "Oh, so offended. Like what's going on? What did we
Wait,
do wrong?" But
but
no,
we're
it just
Italian
when you
and
do
our
this,
hands.
yeah, it
Oh,
stays up.
a
It does
non,
a thumbs up.
a
YouTube doesn't do it.
non. No, no, there's no way because Macedonian. There's so many cultures that talk with their hands. You have the Italians. You have,
How do
there's
you
so
not talk
many
with your
over there.
hands though? It's like
I do.
I don't know how you don't talk, how you cannot talk with your hands. It's hard. I mean, I guess it's
I just never
possible.
knew if my mother was gonna hit me or not when she talked with her
You
hands.
were
It was
getting
a
ready to block.
surprise.
Block. You're blocking.
She's gonna be mad. What's
That's what
gonna go
Karate Kid
on?
did for us. Wax on, wax off. Paint the fence. Paint the fence. Protect yourself. Flying
Yes.
shoes. Flying shoes. Duck and weave. Well, this is good. I think that getting back to something I said and then got way off track, but like the whole like we all live in like this new reality. It's like, what you see on TV is not what real estate really is. And not all real estate agents are bad and not all lenders are bad. Like we're actually a lot of us are really awesome who people who work ourselves silly and take really good pride in what we do and love people so much and love what we do. And I think that's really what I would want. My one thing that I would want to convey is that that's what I would want people to know. If you find a bad one, it's just like anything else, then go find another one. But we are necessary and we've seen it go wrong so many times. That's a different day, but you know, we love what we do.
Yes, I do. I
Cheers. Do you have
love
any drinky drink left?
I have water. Getting back
No,
to mud
it's not the
water,
same.
I had a second one. I know, but I was so parched.
You can't cheers water. Did you know that? I mean, we can do it because you're
Yes.
just doing it in the air. You're not supposed to touch the glass when it can't be water.
Really?
I don't
Okay, so I'll
remember
just
why,
do
but you can't
flirt.
do it.
Cheers.
Cheers. But you can't actually like hit the glass.
Well, good thing you're at your house and I'm at
Good
my
thing that
house.
we're
I
just
know.
in different
We're
worlds.
in YouTube world right
YouTube. So you can do
now.
whatever you want.
You can do anything you want.
Do
No,
whatever
no,
you
no.
want.
No. No. No,
We actually can't. We
no.
can't do whatever we want.
It's a big
But
no.
yeah, that's funny.
Happy thoughts.
Happy thoughts. So it's
So,
7:18 and I told my
yeah.
daughter, like, and her boyfriend, they're so sweet, and made them dinner. I'm like, listen, I'm going live at 6:30. You can't, they're like, all right, we'll be home at 7:30. I go until 7, they're like, we'll be home at 7:31. So they're like probably sitting out in their car waiting because I'm like,
Why what time is
like what's
it?
the production here? Okay. You can't come in. You can't just walk in and out.
What time is it?
7:18.
Oh my gosh, is it really?
It really is.
I feel like we blinked and it's all over.
I know.
Aw,
It's okay. We get to do it again next
alright.
week.
Yes, and we are
And
going to talk about
mentorship.
yeah,
Yeah.
within our own industries and how
Yes.
important it is to
Yes.
mentor.
And I would like to start pulling in some people who are entrepreneurs as well, because I do know for a fact that that's where I'm going to be going. I'm not like, I mean, I'm still doing real estate, but I love that. I love the whole entrepreneurship and mentoring. I mean, that's my background is in teaching. So I love
You
that. I like to see
you
people
lift
win and
people up.
succeed. I like to light
Yes.
people up. I want to see people succeed. Like I want to be Tony Robbins and Vanna White and Kelly Ripa all in one.
Mm.
I want to work Vanna White's hours. Was it like one hour a week? Kelly Ripa's
And it
job
go.
is so fun and just talking whatever, and be Tony Robbins and just have that influence and be able to like talk to people and help them and
And
firewalk.
firewalk.
We're gonna firewalk. Let's do
Firewalk.
that. Let's make
How do you
that a
firewalk?
thing.
Like, how do you
2025.
get signed up to do firewalk?
Oh, I know how to sign up. You have to go to his thing. I don't know if it's how many days it is, but that's the very last thing you do is the firewalk. When I saw them do it, just thinking about it, my whole like something like went like I couldn't breathe for a second just thinking about doing that.
Mm.
But I mean, you just watch other people and you're like, well, they're doing it. So I
It
don't
has to
know
be
why it doesn't burn
possible.
your feet. I don't know.
Well, we have to get it, maybe it's perspective and being in good headspace.
Yeah.
It takes all week long to get into that
That's what it is.
mindset.
And then you just don't realize that you're burning your feet. I don't know. We need to
It's
talk to somebody who's done
it's
it.
all about mindset.
It is. Everything is mindset.
It is.
Every single thing is
Huge
mindset.
part of what we're gonna talk
Oh
about
my
next week
gosh.
then, is that
Yes.
mindset.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Mindset is
Okay.
everything. All right, friend. Well, cheers to you. Thank you for
Cheers.
joining me again. And we will be on here next week talking about whatever people want to talk about. If somebody actually sends a comment and wants to talk about something, I'd be happy to address it. That would be more fun, I think.
I think so.
I
Or
would love if
even
somebody just
about
started throwing things at us and we had to respond. That would be kind of fun. Can you imagine if we were just had a day where we just had people like rapid fire like throw things at you and see and just answer questions and just like a game show or like a fun little I don't know. That'd be kind of cool.
well, between our experiences, it's something that we have the capability of answering right on cue.
Yeah.
And I would actually be the first person that potentially would say, "You know what? That's unique. I will personally DM you, and
Yeah. I will get back with you on
I
that
will have to
topic.
get back to you on
I
that one."
promise. I promise to get back with you. No, I mean that's you don't have to know everything about everything. And that's when you need to be able to say, you know what, that's a great question. And I know exactly where to find the answer
Mhm.
for you. And I'm gonna do that.
Yes.
All right, my
Yep.
friend. Everybody have
Okay.
a fantastic week.
Yes.
Today's Tuesday. Yes, today's Tuesday. It's already July 9th. I can't even believe it. Can't even believe
It's
it.
almost over.
Third
Half the year's
quarter.
done. Oh,
I know. All right. Take care, everybody.
bye.
Bye.